It's heartbroken. Catholic Church suspend Father Ejike Mbaka over call for Buharis resignation. I don't want to believe that the Catholic Church is now dancing to the affairs of the president, because left alone me, I will tell you that there is nothing serious Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka has done to have demanded or to have needed this suspension. At first, it was because he blessed Nnamdi Kanu. They demanded for his presence, wanting to retain him for 30 days, which he pleaded, and he was granted the opportunity to leave. Now, he has been suspended. Why? And for what reason? You see what we're talking about? That is to tell you that the country is not having influence in the church. The church is not allowing the country to influence the doctrine. It is wrong. I am not in support of this. I am not. See, one thing I see in this issue is that this suspension of Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka is coming from the higher council that has compromised with the government of this country, because they have seen Father Ejike Mbaka to be a threat that is exposing the secret of this country, and they don't want him to go further. They don't want him to go further. See, and that is why I will say in essence that the church is politics itself. Most especially the Catholic faith. Yes, there is big politics in the Catholic Church. Because if there is no politics in the Catholic Church, what Father Ejike Mbaka has been saying shouldn't have been an headache or a problem to them. Instead, the only thing they will do is to caution him, which they did, and now they have suspended him. It is wrong. Let's look into the content. The Catholic Church Diocese has asked Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka to proceed on suspension due to the rising issues and protests which took place by Catholic faithfuls when the popular cleric was reported to be missing. The popular cleric Father Ejike Mbaka was asked to go on a 1-month compulsory suspension to ease off the tension created when he was alleged to have gone missing. The reason behind the suspension was also given to be that the uproar caused among people during the protest when he was declared missing by popular and reliable media sources was in some ways getting in the way of his duties as a priest, and that his clashes with the president was affecting the image of the church as a whole, and so he was asked to leave his priestly duties for a whole month. Look at this is how we deny people of their faith. This is how we push people that really want to serve God away. Now, because of the protest of his absence within that short period is one of the reasons why they have arranged his suspension. You see, lack of understanding. Didn't that occur to them of the importance of Father Mbaka? Didn't that occur to them that Father Mbaka is important? That is why the people have to raise that uproar. Its importance is what has made and warranted the people to raise the voice. How can they be without their spiritual director? The one that has been praying for them. The one that has been standing in gap for them. They can't do without him. That is why they raised the opera. And what if it wasn't the bishop that summoned him that of a truth he was abducted? What would the Catholic Church be saying? The people have to raise the opera. They have to raise the opera because they were afraid. They were afraid because of the kind of country that we are right now cannot be trusted. They are afraid because they know that what Father Mbaka have said is enough for this country to get abducted. And that is why they raise the opera. This is completely wrong. I am not in support of this. I'm telling you. The Catholic Church needs to ease off this suspension. They need to uplift it. They need to uplift this suspension because when Father Mbaka doesn't want it. He doesn't want to be suspended. Suspending Father Mbaka is just like putting off the lights and saying the light should not come up again. I know that this is the handwork of the enemies of the Southeast. And now they have succeeded in getting hold of the men of God. It is wrong. Absolutely wrong. I am not in support of this, and I will never be in support of this. I will never be. Let the Catholic Church relook into this matter, because a day without Father Mbaka is just like 1,000 days. Being the adoration ground without the presence of Father Mbaka, I tell you, it's like an empty ground. What I expect the Catholic Church to have done is to sit and deliberate and see one of the reasons why Father Mbaka has been saying all he's saying and not to give him suspension. A word they say there can never be a smoke without fire. And that is what is happening. And that's what has happened. Father Mbaka is moved to speak because of what he saw. And you know, as a man of God, you should be moved. Everybody is moved by one of two things. Father Mbaka is moved by injustice. He is moved by justice. He hates injustice. That is why when he sees one, he's moved to talk. My dear viewers, well, I'll tell you that this is unheard of, and absolutely unheard of, and unacceptable. I believe and I trust the Catholic Church will still look into this, because if they don't, it means that they are allowing the country to influence the Catholic faith. Let me hear from you, my dear viewers, and know what you have to say about all of this. Please don't forget to leave your comment below the comment box. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated each time we upload any new videos. Thank you.